Morning, folks. Monday, November 13th, 7:35 here in the Bay State. Just wanted to do a quick video um, on an introduction to the order prints and what we're seeing on the charts. Before I get into that, I just wanted to show you. I just had this good little trade here. We were coming up. We had the star and the low volume score, and then this zone of interest a couple bars back, which if it's on the bar previous or this bar, it's a good SLV. But this was still a good setup because we have our order flow VWAP from NinjaTrader here, and then the bands. And I like trading with these from about 6 a.m. to 8 because the market bounces around in between them pretty good. So that combined with our order prints, star, low volume score, bouncing off this band, and then we had a TrapDex box, cluster, and a paw print coming off of that. I didn't get into it at the exact close of this bar, this reversal bar. It pulled back a little and I got in there. You can see my little triangle with the arrow. I sold it right there, and I use an ATM strategy. The first one's a quick scalp of 13 ticks, and then my second order is 10 points. So I got in, it came down, hit my first target, and then it started to reverse. My second target was right here at well, I think it was 61.25, so it was 51.25. Yeah, it was actually a tick after that because it didn't hit my target. It started to reverse, but what this bar had was an exhaustion box, which means our downward trend was starting to exhaust. So I saw that it didn't hit my target, so I moved my target up a little, and I got out of that trade. Now what that looks like on one of these charts is that's your exhaustion box, that's your paw print. Paw means price at weakness. Cluster means it's a high volume cluster where there was a battle in that cell. That happened. This shows all your orders. Momentum star, so we have pretty good downward selling, and then there was a green box formed here which could indicate exhaustion. I mean, that went away. This bar bounced around for a little bit. I could have actually just moved my target up a couple ticks because it came back down to the bottom of the bar. But that's what we're seeing in those cells. So a couple of the other things I wanted to go over. I'm going to get this out of the way. So we go to our, you know what? This is a 10-tick diagnostic bar, which means one of these bars is 10 ticks. So when this bar closes, it starts this bar, the bottom auto populates, so it'll look like it's a full bar. But if this closes, you start this bar and it only goes up, there's no orders down here, which is represented. I'll bring this chart back over. I guess it's easier to see by just empty cells here. So this bar closed, pulled back, closed up, This one didn't pull back as far, so it's empty cells, but it still shows the whole bar. That's what these diagnostic bars do. And on this chart, it provides just a ton of information. You know, if you want to be a sniper trader, you know, with excellent entries and excellent targets, these charts are the way to go. So I'll use this as a 30 tick diagnostic. So order prints from this transfer, I can have them transfer over to that 10 tick chart, so I can trade off the 10 tick chart and see what's going on with some of the things from the 30 tick chart that I would want to know about. So a mini magnet, some of the things we have going on here on these diagnostic charts I just wanted to go over. This little white line, tan line, it's called a mini magnet because the market will come back to them. It will pull the market back to them. And when you get a third bar sling on this 30 tick chart, you can see price come back to it and bounce off it many times. And if that happens, you will see, let me see if I can find one. This line right here, dash dot dot dash dot dot, that gets printed when you have a third bar sling with a mini magnet and price comes back to it and bounces off it multiple times. Lori will then go in and make plot these lines on the chart. Orange line at the end of the bar is a paw print, that's price at weakness. You'll see these cyan shaded areas. This is a zone of interest. Let's see if I can find the zone of interest. Have two different colors, the cyan for a bullish zone of interest, and then these lavender ones for a bearish zone of interest. There we go, we got one down there. So that prints here, and then you have the other ones. Green box is exhaustion box, where it's seller exhaustion. So this is seller exhaustion. This blue little blue box in here is trapped orders. So if it's red, all right, we're saying the market's coming down. These are leading orders because the bar closed down. And then you come down and you have them again, which if this bar had closed down, it would have been red, but since the bar turned and reversed, these orders are trapped. So it's a blue box. So this is a trapped exhaustion box. Trapped X box. High volume clusters. These are battles. These can indicate chop in the market. If you have a bar with a green X box on the bottom and a red X box on the top, that can indicate chop also. So this video is an introduction to order print, so I'm just going over quickly a few of the things we see on these charts. And when we add some of them together, like the star, low volume score, zone of interest, and then the next bar you have a trapped X box with a mini magnet and it closes down, that's a trade. That's a good trade. I'm gonna go up here, and actually I'm gonna do this on the other chart as well. So this one is the 30 tick chart. These red lines that plot across is an institutional order. So this is 50 contracts, traded by one institution all at once. And if I can find a green one, which I know we had a bunch of them on Friday. It'll be easier if I go back to the 30 tick chart. Yeah, there's one there. Here's one here. Here you had green and red. If you sign up, click on the link. I'll put a link in the comments, but there's also a link on the channel page. You can get 2 free months access to these charts. You can have time to learn how to use them, what they're about. For me, it's definitely worth it. It's completely changed my trading. I feel like I was trading blind before I found these. These guys are just awesome. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll try to address any questions folks have about these charts. And of course, I'm going to do another video. These are just kind of videos where I'm introducing them, trying to go over some of the things. I'm definitely going to put together a better video of what's going on and some live trading with them. I just had that trade I did this morning, and I wish I was recording it just to show you, but that's all for now, and happy trading.